Yo, what's up everyone? This is your friend Backspace, and you're watching GuyDance. Thanks for tuning in. In this episode, we will talk to my friend Jose Maldonado, also known as Bboy Facce. Bboy Facce has been breaking since 1995. He was born in Santurce, Puerto Rico, and moved to Lawrence, Massachusetts as a young kid, then moved to Providence, Rhode Island in the mid-90s. It was then and there that he started breaking. In 2010, he founded Project 401, an organization dedicated to the growth and development of urban youth artists in the community. Since then, Project 401 has grown, not only as dance competitors, but also as organizers and conductors of community events. From teaching dance classes to throwing competitions and performing at numerous events and festivals, Project 401 has made its mark in the community as one of the first dance crews who actually actively promotes cultural diversity. Right here, right now, we will learn some history and get some insight from the man who founded Project 401, Bboy Facce. Alright, so how did you get the name Facce? How was that name created?
So this ties back into well, not again, but this ties back into basically where everything started for me. Like in so 95, I was only in elementary school. You know, I was like 6th grade. You know, this is where I started dancing, though, right upstairs on the 3rd floor in the class. You know what I mean? Like the teacher would get heated at us, but then from there is when I moved into the projects in 97. 97 is where I really got introduced to breaking. My first two mentors, which was Chris Pena and Pedro Malave. These two guys were the first guys that ever introduced me to breaking, and they was already involved. There was already RTB representing Chaps Crew. These are known groups out here that, you know, go back to the 90s. He represented Graffiti Crew. I can't remember his Graffiti Crew right now, but like that was known. It was all very known. So once I met them, I remember. So the way it was is like there's a park right here, and there's a building right here, and a building right here. I lived here. They lived here. They used to dance there. Yeah. I used to come out and sit at the bench and just watch this. Yeah. You know, like I wanted to join, but I didn't know how to talk. You know, so they would always look back like you know, like weekly, you know. It's like, why is this dude always sitting here? So then I remember Chris being the first one that was like, oh, do you dance? I remember, this is a funny story, right? I remember coming outside, not knowing what the culture was, but having an understanding from what I seen through my family. So I put on a big vest, big blue vest. Didn't even know if it was cool or not. I just put on a big blue vest. I put on some goggles. You remember the 90s goggles, the winter goggles? Ski goggles. Yeah, so I put on some goggles, I put on a vest, and I put on some shell toes that I had on. Didn't match for nothing. But I came outside and I'm sitting out there like this. I'm sitting there watching, and I guess they noticed that, and it was like, yo, you know how to dance? And I was like, I do know how to dance, I just don't know how to do that. You know? And it was like, what do you know how to do? My go-to, like, and I smoked a few people in elementary with this, you know what I mean? My go-to was like, it was like top rock, but it wasn't top rock. It was more like this hopping, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was natural. It's like a two-step with a hop. You know, like, so it was that to a spin, to a split, like a half split, into a backspin, to a kick up, and I freeze. That was my go-to for everything. So when he said that, that's what I did. Boom. He was like, yo, you break. He's like, yo, you break. And I'm like, no. He's like, yeah. He's like, you just did backspins. He's like, you just did top rock. You just, you know, he's explaining. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking about, but I like it. I like what you're saying to me. I like the energy. You know what I mean? And from right there, I started dancing. So now, again, you know, that was our spot, that little spot right there. So if we wasn't dancing there was another spot called the Carriage House, which most kids that was in middle school and high school at the time would. So the way schools work here is that all schools are in different parts, but everybody meets in downtown to go home. Right, because that's where all the buses is at, right? So once that happened, a lot of us caught on to like, oh, we're always down here, so that sort of, you know, we seen the older cats like, oh, we're going to the carriage house. What's the carriage house? You know, like you start asking questions as a youngin', and then one day the older cats was like, yo, we're going to the carriage house. And then my boy that I was in school with was Pedro's little brother. So that was one of my best friends. He's like, yo, my brother's going to the carriage house. We out too. And it's like, oh, I come too. He's like, yeah, let's go. And that's how I got brung into the carriage house where everybody was dancing and like 4-1 rockers. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Like these are all like legendary crews in its own time. You know what I mean? With their own rights. You know what I mean? So, so from there, you know, I got involved. So now I didn't have a name yet, you know. This is the weird part. I get my name from playing a sport, right? So we're all dancers already. We're already dancers. We're already RTB. We're already going to the carriage house. I'm almost joining Chap's crew, you know, because that's the new crew that was like all house heads, b-boys, and graffiti artists. You know what I mean? So, and all of these guys are still out here, you know, most of them anyway. So I'm already involved. I'm feeling good. I have a name. I have a rep. You know what I mean? But I don't have a name. I'm just going by Jose probably. You know, so. When they were playing, so living in the projects, when we play games, all the project kids come together and play one big football game or one big manhunt, one big tag. You know what I mean? So I remember one day we was like, yo, we're playing. I remember this exactly. It was like 90 something, the year that the Patriots played the Packers in the Super Bowl. Okay. That same year, all the kids, we already knew each other. The snow was this high. The kids was like, let's go play football. We're playing Patriots versus Packers. Like it was a thing. You know what I mean? So I remember being in the Patriots team and the Packers, right? Now my mentor, Chris, was in the Packers. I had to, me and him are competing versus each other, you know? Because he's tall, I'm tall. He was a wide receiver, so they're like, you gotta block him. But I'm younger than him. I'm like 3 years younger than him, you know? So I'm like, he's older than me. He's gonna beat me, you know? So whatever. So we get to a point where we're playing the game, we're involved, everybody's like going in, you know, all the kids is out there, and they throw the ball to Chris. They throw it, lobbed it in the air. Somehow, some way, I ran and jumped and got it. I got it on him, which he was like the dude that everybody passed to. It's like, we know he's gonna get it. You know what I mean? So when I got the interception from him, I don't know what happened. I was smaller than him. He grabbed me, and it was like we was on a hill. We're on the hill, so when he grabbed me and threw me, I flew. And when he threw me, he came running. He wasn't hurting me. He was just playing with me, like, "Yeah, you got me." You know what I mean? So he threw me, and I'm rolling down the hill, and then he like kicks me like in my rear, right? When he does that, I fly forward, boom. But when he kicks me in my rear, he's like, "I can't stand this Babyface." Like that. That was it right there. When he said Babyface, everybody was like, that's his name. That's his name. That's his name. So I was like, no, Babyface? I'm like, so no. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. Give me anything. Give me Killer Face. Don't give me Babyface. You know? So
he branded you.
The funny thing is that I was against it for a long time, but in my own life, it ended up fitting in the long run, right? So that was it right there, Babyface, right? So now I'm heated. Now people are calling me, again, being in middle school, having a name Babyface, that's like every girl's gonna attract to you. You know what I mean? Plus, you know, I was a little pretty boy.
He was Babyface, the singer too.
You know that, so it has to do with prettiness. You know what I mean? So off the back, like, that brought me a lot of attention. That I've always said, like, give me the money, keep the fame. I don't like fame. You know what I mean? So when I started getting all that attention, I'm like, no, this is not what I want. But then anyway, the rumors start going around. I did something with him. It's like, you ain't never did nothing with me. You know, but it's all middle school stuff. You know what I mean? All right, so
I remember that.
So going through that phase for a long time, I'm still in middle school right now. I'm in the 8th grade. In the 8th grade, again, I'm in the project, so I start seeing more of the street. You know what I mean? Seeing more of the street, and then I became comfortable with, before I go there, I've always been an innocent kid. I've always been carried innocently. You know what I mean? Like my mom taught me well, my father taught me well. They showed me respect. They showed me, you know, like principles, morals. So I've always been a good kid. The world made me who I am today. You know what I mean? But always been a good kid, you know, good heart, all that. You know, a lot of people see that in me, in the work that I do with them. You know what I mean? But as I went forward, again, with the adversities that I was dealing with, I had to face certain things that I wasn't ready to face. You know what I mean? Like the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once I faced the streets, to make a long story short, I panicked. And not that I was scared of the street, but I'm like, you know what it is to be serving grown men out there and you're young, you know what I mean? That's like, you're panicked, you're nervous, you're like, why am I doing this? You know, like, it's not what I want to do, but I need money.
You got no other choice.
You know what I mean? I need money. So I became what they call an enforcer, which is like, they owe you money, let's go over there and get that money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I became that, you know, and moving forward, because I'm not trying to talk about the streets and all that, that's, you know, my time for the streets is done. I'm 10 years clean, I'm expunging my record, you know, I'm doing things the way I'm supposed to do, but that was just a part of my life that I can't erase, you know what I mean? So, moving past the street part, I started to get the name Face, you know, like in your face now, you know what I mean? So, that's where the name Face came from. Right, and I decided to take the name Face, and like I really concentrated on it, you know, because I always heard like nobody could tell your story but you know what I mean? So I've always looked at that like, okay, my name is Face, what does that mean to me? They could call me whatever they want, but what does it mean to me? Because again, coming into the hip hop culture in the 90s, you get introduced to Zulu, you get introduced to that acknowledgement, that self-awareness, you know what I mean, through the 5% teachings and stuff like that. So I learned all that, you know, and that showed me that's one of the best things I ever learned in my life, because now I'm very clear on where I stand and like I'm very clear on my surroundings and who I am in that surrounding, you know, and what I want to do in that surrounding. So it's just very clear, like it's just clarity, you know. And I would suggest anybody to like learn that, you know, learn the principles, learn the lessons, you know, at least the first 10 lessons. You learn the first 10 lessons. I think that's is fair, because if you're not 5%, you go past the 10 lessons, you're gonna have problems, you know, because you're not part of it. Right? But if you learn the first 10 lessons, those are principle lessons. Like general principle lessons. You know what I mean? Wow. And again, that's something that I would suggest to anybody. Learn those 10 lessons. And again, in order to get that, you have to find an OG that knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? You have to find somebody that's in the culture, that knows his stuff, that's not out there whoring for the, you know what I mean, for the cloud or for the Instagram, like none of that. These are regular people that live regular lives, you know, have been doing it for a long time. So, but that's how I got my name. You know what I mean? The name, it went from Babyface to Face, you know, and throughout, you know, as I went forward, I started to make more connections for myself. Like one of my favorite movies was like Baby Cry, with Johnny Depp. You know, and you know, me making those small connections like Baby Cry, Babyface, you know, all these things are connected to me somehow, some way, you know. Like it's weird. It was weird that it fell into it like that, but that's how I got my name, and it's always, you know, I've never changed it ever since, you know. The only thing I did do is add abbreviations to the name, you know.
Yeah, because when I saw Face, when I first saw that, I was like, oh, maybe because he's like the face of like his crew or the face of the culture in his area.
That's what it became. As it went forward, by 2007, that's what it became. Because in 2007, I'm dancing at AS220, which was QTK spot, Quick to Break, you know, Izzy, Spaz, Bubs. This crew was never a crew that blew up like that, but was very known here in Providence. You know what I mean? Because they did a lot of the shows when nobody was around in 2005. You know what I mean? Like from 2005 to 2007, it just completely died, and the only people that was doing it here in Providence and Pawtucket was QTK crew. You know, and that's why I joined them in 2007. Because after the streets, I did my time. I came out in 2007. And that was my choice right there, where it's like, I need to make a good choice, you know, like, I'm already on 2 strikes over here, so it's like, I'm not going there, you know, and, So you know, I went the other way, and that's how I met QTK at AS220 in 2007. From there, by 2008, we threw our first event, which was Rhythm Warriors. Yeah. I was getting at something when I lost it.
Yeah, no, but that's a long history, and you have a connection with your name.
The face.
Yeah.
So the face, 2007, I was part of QTK. We went for a while, like 2008, 2009. It was QTK. It was ACR, wasn't a crew yet. It was known as TNT. It was a church group. You know what I mean? And we met them like that. That's how we met them. We met them. That's a whole nother story that I would like to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's an important story because I love history, you know, and I don't erase history. I love it no matter what, whether I was up or I was down. I just love history, period, you know?
Yeah.
So by 2008, I'm back in Hartford, right? So I'm back in Hartford. I'm chilling with my homie that passed away, that unfortunately died into the streets, you know what I mean? But I'm chilling with him. He was a young dude to me. We just got out together.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I'm chilling with him, and all of a sudden I see this racket going up top of where I was at, because you know, I'm sort of on a hill. The street's on a hill. And I'm hearing racket. He goes to the store. By the time he comes back, he's like, "Yo, they breaking over there." This is 2007. I'm not dancing no more. I stopped dancing for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, the streets and all that. So he's like, "Yo, they're breaking over there." He knew. I mean, I was doing his graffiti on his pants. Like, he knew who I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's like, boom, over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about that. My spirit just said, like, go. You know? I get there. I don't dance no more.
Yeah.
But it's like riding a bike. You're not gonna lose it. I still got it, you know? So I'm standing in the crowd. Now I'm just enjoying the moment. I'm just enjoying the moment. I'm like, see, I'm hiding.
Yeah.
But I'm in Hartford, the place I grew up at. So people, this was it. This is like a movie to me. You know what I mean? I'm walking up. Again, I had nothing to do with the culture, at least at that point. Right?
Yeah.
I'm walking up. People looking back. Oh, that's Face. Oh, that's Babyface. Oh, that's Face. I'm hearing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, people remember me. I'm like, oh, people remember me, you know? Because 2 years go by, people forget about everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm like, people are like, oh, that's Face. That makes me feel super good.
Yeah.
Because they're dancing. At least they acknowledge who I was. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, now I feel like battling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm like, now I feel like I could do something, you know? So I go into the crowd, and I'm still hiding in the crowd. There in the crowd is Gerson, Pito, Jav, Raul, but they wasn't who they was yet. They wasn't at all, you know what I mean? So they're doing a show. Joshua, I don't know if you know Joshua, the drummer for Flawless. You know, Flawless, the rapper, but you know, long history. But they're there. They're doing a show. They're doing a show for the church, the TNT group. You know what I mean? I get there. They do their show. All of a sudden, I think it was Gerson. They turn to the crowd and like, yo, if anybody, I think this is what happened. And I want to ask them this. I think this is what happened. I showed up. They looked in the crowd. They see that a lot of attention was going that way, and they decided to ask, yo, if anybody's in the crowd that knows how to dance, come out. Yeah. I think that because they seen the reactions, you know, something. So right there, I came out and battled all four of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever I had, and whatever they had. Because again, they're starting and I'm out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just that. It was just what it was, you know? So that happens, and a month later, they